Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to go through my top 20 USA made folding knives. The first 10 will be the more premium ones, some of them a little bit harder to obtain, and if that's not your thing, that's okay. I'll try to put a timestamp right here. You can skip to the ones that are pretty much available. Before we get started, I'd like to say happy Memorial Day to everybody. Let's take a second to honor all the men and women who've fallen for our country. And I would also like to thank all the current and active military and people who have served in the military. Y'all have a place here, and I respect what y'all do. Y'all are awesome. Can't thank you enough. All right, we're going to get started. First, I'm just going to show these two because they're not on the list because I just don't carry autos as much as I do the rest of these. These are the two stand-ins. We got the Guardian Tactical Recon 035. We have the Microtech Ultratech, and I couldn't find my Heretic. I think I let my buddy borrow it. So we're just going to have those as placeholders. They're awesome knives. Like I said, I just don't carry them as much as I do the rest of these, but I still love them. Any knives on this list that are available, I will link them down below. They'll probably be affiliate links, so if you want to help support what I do here on this channel to help pay for testing materials for my test and keeping this channel going, I'd appreciate it if you use my links. If not, no big deal. First up, we're going to get started with the Chris Reeve knives, Sebenza. Doesn't matter which one, large and small. The Sebenza was the first expensive knife I ever bought. And still, in my opinion today, they're still worth they're going for. The tolerances on a Sebenza are some of the best I've ever seen. Just have to handle one to know what I'm talking about. Sure, are they perfect? No. Are they expensive? Yes. Are they well made? Absolutely. I probably carry the small more than anything. It's just easier for me to carry. Fits my hands perfect. It's just a fun one to carry. This is a Sebenza 31 in Magna Cut, just a plain Jane, and this is the Doppler 21. These are not ranked or anything. I will, though, tell you my favorite of these 10, and I'll try to tell you my favorite of the last 10. Next, we have the Strider PT, and this is a very sentimental knife for me. This was the first knife my wife ever bought me for our first wedding anniversary, and it will never leave the collection, and it kind of got me trying to pick up a new one of these every year at Blade Show. And I like the overall profile of the knife. It fits my medium-sized hands perfectly. I have S&Gs. I like those as well. But the PT, I think it's just that sentimental value kind of trumps the S&G for me. It's a lot easier to carry. It's a lot lighter. And overall, I love the overall profile. I love how it feels in my hand, especially the newer ones with the all-tie. That's probably my favorite of the bunch, but this one, being it has a sentimental value, this is the one I'm showing. 3, the NCC knives and Rob Carter BBM. I absolutely love this knife. I reviewed it a while back, and after I reviewed it, I even loved it more because this is in Nitro V, and this Nitro V is awesome. If you didn't see my review and testing of this knife, this thing performed outstanding. And even after that test, all I've done is drop this knife, and it's still probably shaving sharp. I think it's an absolutely stunning knife. Some of the sexiest looking millwork on tie, that brush finish, and look at that pivot. Yeah, there's something about this knife. I liked it so much that I picked up a second one at Blade Show, I think 2 years ago. It might have been last year. Doesn't matter. But I love this knife. Number 4, we had the George VECP. I've always thought this was a very good looking knife. This is the button lock version with Magna Cut. I also have an XHP version with that cool laser etching on it. This is the one I've been carrying more. Talk about a solid button lock here. Just an overall cool profile. Yeah, this one is a pretty plain Jane version. Like I said, I do have that the one with the cool laser etching on the scales, but there's just something about this one right now. Probably because it's the newer of the bunch. And I don't think I ever reviewed this one. Tell me if y'all want to see a full review and testing on this knife. Number 5, we have the Monteray Bay Knives Sea Otter. Picked this one up at Blade Show, and this is a special one. It has the frag pattern, and it has the compound ground blade. I'm pretty sure Ray Laconico ground these, if I remember correctly. After talking with them at Blade Show, I try to talk with them every year. Stanford Owen and Ray Laconico, both some awesome guys. So fun to talk to. And they had this one at the table. I had to scoop it up. 6, we have my Demko AD20 MG. This right here is my favorite hard use knife in my entire collection. It's wearing some beautiful frag pattern titanium from the awesome people at Original Goat. If you're looking for some awesome tie scales and aluminum scales for a lot of different models, go check out Original Goat. I have a link and a discount code. I will have it down below. Yeah, if y'all didn't see me test and review this one, I beat this one, and it's still stupid sharp after all the testing and beating on it. It's rock solid. Even whenever I tested and reviewed it, I didn't have these scales on it. These made it even stronger feeling. It had the G10 scales. This is a crew wear blade. Yeah, love this knife. Number 7, we have the Koenig Arius Flipper Delete. Just a plain Jane version. Carbon fiber and tie. And outstanding action. Deep hollow ground XHP blade. Beautiful, beautiful action. Yeah, the guys over at Koenig are doing some amazing work as well. Their tolerances have gotten so good over the last however many years. Yep, cool to finally have one of these in the collection. I want a small one so bad. Hopefully maybe I can score one up blade this year. 8, we have a Hinderer XM18 3.5 inch with textured titanium both sides. And you have that removable backspace. I forget what it's called. It's got some initials. This one is a Spanto, and I'm not really even a Spanto fan, but the DLC finish. You got the black hardware. Yeah, this one, in my opinion, is just a work of art. Absolutely beautiful. It's got some of my hand oils on it, so it's a little faded right now. You know, and I don't want to get into any of the controversy or anything like that. That's not what I do here on this channel. I got way too many things to worry about in my mental health, so I don't need it. It's all about the knife to me, not the designer. Speaking of well-made knives, number 9, we have the American Blade Works Model 1 button lock. I'm not going to say much about this one because I have my full review and testing coming very soon. You're not going to want to miss this, people. I promise you that. You're not going to want to miss this one. Magna cut blade, drop point, and finally we got some thumb studs. Beautiful action, snappy action. Yeah, I'm going to stop there because I would like it if y'all would watch this review. I don't know if I'm just not getting seen or what the deal is, because in the last month, my channel has plummeted. My videos aren't really getting watched. I don't know if that's across the board with everybody or it's just me. Not the biggest deal. I still have my loyal people that watch every video almost, and I can't thank y'all enough. If you're not seeing a video pop up from me and you're wanting to watch one, turn your post notifications on, because I release daily long form content and 3 shorts a day as well. You know, every now and again I might miss a day. On like a Sunday I might take off, but it's not that often. But thank you to everybody who watches all of them. I appreciate y'all so much. And 10 is the favorite in my collection. This is the Machine Company Roosevelt. And I like the overall profile of this knife a lot. And this was the first knife that I was on somebody's books and I spec'd it out with the camo carbon show scale, purple anodization on the hardware. Mine is number 18. This is an oldie. And then I have the black Damascus pocket clip and the black lock side. This is before a lot of stuff. Before he started doing the swedges, this is in AEBL steel. Now he's in Magna Cut. And then he went to like Zephonit. And this one also doesn't have any hardened washers or anything. I don't know if the new ones do or not. But yeah. Love it though. Not going anywhere. If I can find me another one of these with all tie for a good price, I will definitely be picking it up. I want one of the newer ones with the swedge so I can make that my user and I can retire this one, because this one just has sentimental value to me. Still gets carried as of now though. Oh, love the sounds it makes. So this was a tough one. I tried to pick one from each company that I like the most, and right now this is the one. So we're going to start back over to one for these. Number 1, we have the Spyderco Manix 2 Lightweight. This is the GP Knives exclusive with the Rex 45 blade. This is my most carried Spyderco at the moment. Of course, I like my PM2. I love my military. I carry my Para 3 sometimes, but this one gets carried the most. It's so comfortable. It's easy to carry, lightweight. I like me some Rex 45. It came stupid sharp. It's got great action. Yeah, I just love it. Beautiful action out of the box. 2, we have the Southern Grind Spider Monkey. This is kind of sentimental as well. Not this particular one, but this was the first knife that my wife bought me after my accident to where I could start to maneuver the blade. Because whenever I first got out of the hospital, I could not open a knife. My hands did not work. So this one was kind of like building up the strength, and the doctor actually told me to go ahead with it. Oddly as that sounds, I guess what's the worst that could happen when I was already like that. USA made, used to be owned by the Zach Brown band. They sold it though. It's still USA made as far as I know. This one is the carbon fiber and S35V and Tanto. Now they have some that are in Magna Cut as well. Still love the knife. I went with the Tanto in this one. My last one was a drop point. This is a drop point Tanto. I can use that tip easily, and then I can use that secondary tip as well. So it's still a very versatile Tanto. Number 3 is a little harder to get. This is a TRM Neutron 2, and you just got to be patient with these. Sign up for their newsletter, follow them on Instagram. They'll talk about when they do the drops. But in my eyes, this is probably one of the best EDC knives you can own. Either this, the Atom, or the Shadow. But for me, I like the Neutron. I like how it fits in my hand. I like how slicey this blade is because it's got thin blade stock and it's ground decent. This particular one is in 20 CV. I think they made some in Magna Cut, if I'm not mistaken. I love Miss Marianne over there, and I love her husband. They're super, super nice people. Number 4, the Tactile Knife Co. Maverick, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this one I've bonded with quite a bit. You have contoured tie scales with that beautiful micro milling. Check that cool pivot out. This is a Richard Rogers collaboration in Magna Cut. That is heat treated properly. It's got a crossbar lock, good action. I think it's a good looking knife, and I reviewed and tested this one and it held up great. Number 5, we have the Hogue Ritter RSK or the Mini RSK. I like both of them. I carry them about the same. They're also sometimes used as size comparison knives, and mine are wearing some more beautiful aftermarket original goat aluminum scales. Look at that. Yeah, that is just something else there. This is the brighter finish. I think it's the buff maybe. And then, or maybe this is the buff. And then this is the more muted blasted finish with different texture on the scales. Both of them. Man, it just makes, this was already a solid knife. And with these scales on it, it just makes it like a tank. Yeah, can't wait to go check out these guys at Blade Show either. Number 6, we have the Benchmade Bugout, and we'll throw in the Mini Bugout as well. I'll probably carry this one more than the Mini. Mine's wearing some Flytanium aftermarket scale, tie scales. This one is just a standard first production S30V version. And then this one, I think, was a Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive. It's in M4, and it's got the texture G10 that's contoured. Yeah, I love this one. I use this one quite often. And I sharpened this M4 with a 600 grit finish and then stropped it with some, I think, 10 micron, I think. And this is the stickiest knife right here. And it is such an aggressive cutter. Yeah, awesome. I'll leave links to whatever bugouts I can find. Number 7, we have the Hogue Deka. This one right here has more sentimental value because one of my awesome viewers sent me this with a box of knives and kind of choked me up a little bit. It was one of the nicest things that anybody's ever done for me here on this channel, and this knife will never leave the collection. And it's not to mention it's got this beautiful carbon fiber in there. Look at that electric blue in there. Forget who this one was exclusive to. Maybe Smoky Mountain. I'm not sure. Somebody will probably know in the comments, or maybe he will comment down below. This one's in Magna Cut with the, I think this is the Warney blade, I think they're calling it. Yeah, just an excellent USA made knife. Excellent EDC knife. This is an old school Deka, and mine has a beautiful transparent knives regrind on it that is laser beam thin. This thing slices so well. This is a V1 when they had the 9,000 screws on this thing, but I still love this one. Gets used quite often because of how great it slices. This, I believe, was the only knife that kind of had 2 of them. I didn't really count it as 2 because this one is a design they did for Doug Ritter, so I'm just counting this one as a Ritter knife, even though it's a Hogue Ritter, because it's both of them. We'll just count it as a Ritter This is the Hogue. Number 8 was either the Microtech Socom Elite or the Microtech manual stitch with the Ramlok. I went back and forth. And for me, even though I absolutely love the Socom Elite, this thing is a tank, and mine has seen some use. It's got like 8 or 9 edges on this thing. Still slices well. But I don't love the tip down pocket clip, even though it works just fine. The manual stitch, I absolutely love. This thing is a tank. If you didn't see me test and beat on this and review this one, go check this one out. I reviewed and tested this one with the Microtech MSI. My MSI was an older one and it had lock failure. This is the newer with the fluted aluminum, and this thing is a tank. It did not fail on me. Even though I love both of them, this is the one I carry most right now. Number 9 had to be the Protech Malibu. Mine has seen a lot of use. I've had this thing for whenever they first came out. I don't know how many years that's been, maybe 3, 4. I don't remember. But it's taken some character scratches on there. It's holding up pretty well. I think I might have dropped it here. I don't know. But another one that the blade has seen probably 8 or 9 edges. This is an old one in 20 CV. And the action is still as great as it was when I first got it. The stick has pretty much almost completely went away. Every now and again, it'll have a little bit of stick. Yeah, there you go. Number 10, I was going to put one of my Emersons in there, but these are, especially this one, this is the one I carry most. This is a Mini A100, and it's very hard to get. I don't remember when was the last time they dropped some of these, but they go very fast. I don't know why he didn't do a bigger run of these. But I like them. I don't carry them as much because they're more hard use knives. I usually carry my more slicey knives. So number 10, had to put the Kershaw Bel Air. Just an outstanding value. You have aluminum scales, USA made, deep carry, reversible pocket clip. Love the blade shape. And this one's in CP and Magna Cut. I tested and reviewed this one on the channel. It performed great, especially for its price point. It's very lightweight, easy to carry, comfortable in hand. It's got that full flat grind, so it slices well, thin blade stock. So yeah, recipe for a really good slicey EDC knife, and they're priced very, very well. Now, before I wrap it up, thanks for everybody who stuck around this far. I appreciate y'all more than y'all can ever imagine. 2 quick things. I will be doing a second knife sale here very soon. I'll try to do a community post before it actually goes live so you can set your calendars, because the last one, the knife sold pretty quick and I can't thank y'all enough. Hopefully this second batch will sell just as fast. It was a little chaotic on the last sale because literally not even 15 to 20 minutes after the sale, we got hit by a small tornado, and that really messed up things because I lost all power, all internet, and we don't have good service as it is without internet here, so it was a nightmare. I had to go walk down the street every time I wanted to answer somebody's email, but hopefully that won't happen again, and y'all stay tuned for that. And also, got a comment about somebody saying that he loves how I delete everybody's comments and how I'm not talking about this knife even though I have reviewed it and I've talked about it a bunch. You know, I know he's probably a troll, whatever, but I do want to let you know, if you don't see your comment, it's not because I took it out. I don't ever delete anybody's comments. I've had people talk about my charred up hands, call me Freddy Krueger, call me crispy, and I don't think I've ever taken any of those comments down, and I won't ever take any of y'all comments down. But YouTube will hold, if you cuss or you say something that they think's inappropriate, they're not going to put it up. They will hold it, and I don't ever see those. I don't go look at those comments. I apologize for that, but just know that's why. It's not because I'm deleting your comment. It's just never getting up there. So if you want your comment to be seen, you be respectful. That's all I can say. You know, other than that, I'm going to let YouTube be the judge on that one. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. Like I said, whatever is available, I'll try to link it down below. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave those down below. I hope every one of y'all has a safe Memorial Day. And if you see somebody that you know that's in the military, or you happen to see somebody in their military uniform, Go thank them for their service because they keep us free and safe here. And y'all have an absolute wonderful day. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace out.